Hey guys, this is your host Eric. Today we are going to watch action genre movie called Flawless. Spoilers ahead, turn on your subtitle. I greatly appreciate your support. Enjoy the video. We see a hand forging in the mud and discovering what appear to be gemstones as our story begins. The stones are actually uncut diamonds. We are now in the bustling city of London, with an elderly lady named Laura Quinn sitting in a cafe as her guest. Cassie, a young newspaper reporter who hopes to write a story about Laura as they talk. Laura creates a diamond with 168 carats and 58 facets. Cassie is taken aback and picks up the diamond as Laura begins to tell her story about stealing the diamond from the London Diamond Company. Laura's story transports us to London in 1960. Laura, a young businesswoman, enters the London Diamond Corporation building, where she works as a manager in a male-dominated company. She greets Mr. Hobbs, an elderly cleaner. Two men with small trolleys are following a man named Mr. Eden. Eden opens a large vault where trolleys are loaded with diamonds and taken to desks where they are examined for flaws. Outside, the owner of the MKA company, as well as his son Oli, arrive at the building amid a crowd of protesters. The directors and staff are waiting to discuss the latest news of 100 diamond workers being killed at a mine site in Africa as they enter the office. Laura informs MKA that the Russians will most likely cut ties with the company due to the negative press. MKA names a new managing director after Peter Ballin is passed over because the company will not break, by appointing a woman as managing director. Mr. Hobbs, the cleaner, later enters Laura's office. He says he believes people should be bold and take what they want. Laura exits the building by signing her name. Laura is the last to leave as usual, and the next day in the hallway she meets a man named Harold Reynolds, whom she met at Oxford University. He hands Laura a business card and suggests she work for Allied Banking. He works for a company. The next morning, she discovers her inspirational note with a negative response written beneath it. She also discovers a movie ticket with the session time written on the back. Curiosity gets the best of her, and she goes to the movies during her lunch break. Mr. Hobbs greets Laura as she enters the theater and suggests they sit together. She is losing patience, but he informs her that he overheard a conversation between the directors in which it was stated that her job would be terminated soon. He extends to her stealing enough diamonds to make them wealthy, but not enough to attract attention. She's not sure whether to believe them, and Warren assures Hobbs that he'll never get away with it. Laura later discovers a letter terminating her employment at work. She then makes an appointment with Harry Reynolds. Laura is sitting in a restaurant with Harry when he tells her that his company cannot hire her because she is incompetent. Her company appears to have spread some pretty bad rumors about her that night. She nods off on the sofa and dreams about the security minute, having caught her attempting to steal diamonds from the company. The following evening, she goes to the dog races in search of Hobbs. She inquires as to how he intends to rob the company. Hobbs informs her that he has a plan in Hobbs' apartment. He explains his strategy. Because the vault codes change on a weekly basis, he will require Laura to locate the codes, which are somewhere in MKA's study at his home. Hobbs tells Laura that she will have to find the vault when she goes to MKA's house to entertain the Russian. He tells her that he has enough diamonds in his drink thermos to comfortably retire both of them on the night of the function. Laura speaks with the second in command of MKA. Mr. Jameson explains to Laura how Sir Sinclair, the company's insurance director, was once involved in a health insurance scandal but was never prosecuted. MKA introduces Dmitry, the Russian Diamond Authority's head. Dmitry requested a from Laura. Later, Laura walks upstairs to MKA's study in search of the codes. Laura hears footsteps and flees as MKA walks in and opens a small safe. She observes him and mentally notes the safe code. When he is gone, she opens a safe and discovers the vault codes. Laura notices a man installing a security camera in the hallway the next day. Later, she runs into Hobbs and informs him that there are 8 CCTV cameras in the area. She informs him that the cameras alternate between on and off for 60 seconds at a time. He comforts her. That gives him enough time to enter and exit the vault. Hobbs then cleans the floor in the security room and checks the cameras in the cleaner's room. He checks his stopwatch, then makes his move while checking his stopwatch. He runs to the vault and enters the code. Meanwhile, Laura calls the security rooms to divert attention away from Hobbs. He checks his watch again, then opens the vault and dashes down the corridor, out of sight of the camera. Later, we see Hobbs leaving work to go home the next morning. Laura watches Hobbs leave, but the clerk's sign calls Hobbs back inside. Hobbs must unclog a toilet before departing. Hobbs is at home, emptying his teeth therma into the sink, but no diamonds can be found. The diamond sorters had all returned home the next day. Laura enters the lobby and discovers Jameson and A. Laura is in the ladies' restroom when Mr. Eden summons her and leads her to the vault. As she walks in, she can't believe her eyes. The vault is completely empty. Mr. Eden is showing the building plans to a man named Finch and informs him that the only way into the vault is through the door. MK is now informing all management staff that there will be no police investigation because it would ruin the company. Sinclair introduces Finch as the main insurance provider. Laura notices Hobbs in the lobby, but he assures her that everything is fine. Later, when Laura visits MKA's office, we see a man named Boyle handing MKA a letter regarding the purchase of some inventory. Boyle appears to be unaware of his client's identity or the contents of the inventory. While he is out, Boyle is called for a phone call. MKA reads the letter, which states that the diamonds are available for purchase. Before leaving, Boyle hands a small package to MKA for £100 million, and then he departs. MKA opens a package containing the South African star, a massive diamond. Finch later asks Laura some questions and notices her nervousness. The following morning, Laura suggested to Jameson that she collaborate with Finch to assist them with their investigation. Laura discovers Finch and leads him to the vault. He informs her that the CCTV cameras are insecure due to a 60-second time gap. Finch informs her that there was no forced entry. She believes the thief must have known about the combination with C. Sinclair offers MKA a £5 million check to purchase enough diamonds to keep trading. MKA, on the other hand, wants the diamond back. Finch now suggests that MK's Oli could have played a role. MKA loses his cool and threatens Sinclair if the ransom is not paid. Now we see Hobbs in an underground canal, and Laura tells him they should return the diamonds and make a deal, but he tells her they will go to jail if she does. When Finch comes in to take her fingerprint as a formality, we see Laura looking at the building plans. He then invites her to join him. Wow, Hobbs is questioned. While Finch ponders, Hobbs, a man, enters and addresses Finch. Laura tells them they have to negotiate or go to jail before Hobbs leaves the office. He tells her that his cause is worthwhile for 100 lifetimes. Finch is seen in jail examining Laura's prints and comparing them to some from MKA's home. Laura is now opening Hobbs' locker in search of a clue to the diamonds. Laura later joins Finch for a drink at the nearby London Diamond Building's bar. The press arrives after Sinclair alerts them. Sir Gottfried, Sinclair's chairman, tries to keep them. MKA descends the stairs, then has a heart attack and collapses to the floor. Back in the bar, Finch inquires about Laura's ability to remove all of the diamonds, but she assures him she isn't that bright. Finch then leaves in the ladies' toilets after learning of MKA's heart attack. Laura accidentally drops a diamond earring down the drain. When she removes the pipe beneath, she realizes how Hobbs must have removed the diamonds. Laura enters the underground drain system with a torch. Hobbs appears with a torch as she walks through the tunnels. He points a gun at her and tells her she's staying when she threatens to turn them in. She knocks a gun from his grip, then runs through the tunnel, tripping and falling. Then, seeing a huge diamond on the floor, what she puts in her pocket. Hobbs tells him how his wife's cancer could have been caused. However, the insurance company made her wait for the surgery far too long. The cancer had become too aggressive by that point. Sinclair, the insurance chairman at the time, was the one who postponed the surgery. So Laura realizes Hobbs is exacting his vengeance on Sinclair. Hobbs tells Laura Sinclair that the one thing he truly loved was taken from him. Godfrey informs Sinclair that he has agreed to pay the £100 million ransom. Sinclair shoots himself in his office. Laura tells Hobbs about dropping her diamond and then figuring it out. We're now seeing a flashback. Hobbs receives word that the ransom has been deposited into the account while transporting all of the diamonds in his work trolley to his workroom at intervals. However, Boyle's note indicating the location of the diamonds is blank. We can see Hobbs pouring the diamonds down the sink. The South African star was then discovered at the bottom of the toilet. Hobbs was tasked with cleaning. Hobbs now points a gun at Laura and pulls the trigger. The gun was never loaded, much to his surprise. He tells her it doesn't matter because the money will be paid soon. He walks away, turning off his torch. Laura walks down the tunnel and looks around the corner. All the diamonds are piled high at the drain's end. Now we see men carrying diamond boxes out of the underground tunnel. Laura is wrapped in a blanket and sitting on the steps. Finch informs her that he has forfeited his 5% finder's fee because she discovered the diamond. Laura is about to make an admission when Finch intervenes. He says he'd hate to see her spend the rest of her life in prison. He waves goodbye and walks away. She is reminded of the large diamond in her pocket, but she decides to keep it. We see Ollie tell the press that the diamonds were not stolen, and then he lets them photograph all of the diamonds inside the vault. Dimitri is seen signing a contract to re-establish his relationship with the company, and Laura is seen talking with Cassie again, telling her that she left the company a month later, and how she received a letter from the Swiss bank informing her of a deposit made to in her name. Laura hands Cassie a manuscript of her story will be published in the hope that it will inspire other women. At the end, we see Laura donating all of the money to deserving charities all over the world. Laura is pictured with her husband and daughter. Cassie reads the manuscript's final words. It's an amazing world out there. We really appreciate you watching. If you enjoy this video, please give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the notification bell because it is really important for us. Thank you.